Hi, this is Yvonne Fish, your Math99 Intermediate Algebra instructor. I have posted this worksheet on your Canvas website just for some extra practice. We did go over it in the hybrid class already in full on this first page, but the online students, you might want to watch this. This is talking about interval notation, which we'll work more on later. But just wanted to introduce it briefly here. So what happens is you've usually used the set notation, but now we're going to look at intervals. So interval notation. We always want to work left to right on the number line. Negative infinity and positive infinity are going to tell us the ends. So if it doesn't stop. Use or to denote an endpoint that is approached but not including. So that's going to be, or means the these right here, the parentheses that are curved, and the brackets we call the ones that are kind of squared off. The parentheses or bracket needs to be open in the direction of the true part of the inequality. So for this one here, I'm just going to go through briefly and then I'll show you the answers. We have x is greater than 2. So when we look at the number line, we don't include 2, so we want to use a curve parenthesis. You may have used an open circle before, and that's fine. Too, sometimes you'll see that. But this curve is nice because it leads us right into the interval notation. So I'm sure you've done this before. This starts pretty early on. And then in the graphing, if we want to, it says x is greater than 2, but not including 2. We're going to shade to the right all the way up to infinity. So then when we write this, and this one's already done, I'm just going to write over here, we have the 2, which we don't include, comma, and this is your infinity symbol. And we also put a curve for infinity. We never include infinity. So we can't bound it. Here's another one. We start off with x is less than or equal to -3. So in this case, we are going to include that -3. So we're going to use a bracket and then everything to the left because it's everything less than. So let me move that up. I'm going to move this a lot up. So then for the interval notation, it's just saying this is what the x values are over the interval. And we would go in numerical order. So starting at negative, that's the left bound. We start with the left bound. Not really starting with infinity, I suppose. We're approaching it. And then we have the -3 here. And you'll do more of this in your Math Excel, but I just wanted you to try this. I will post this key plainly, but I wanted you to look at number 9 here. I'm going to jump down to that. In this one, we were starting with the interval notation. And then when we graph it, we're going to not include the -2, but include the 0. And then we have the parts in between. That's what x can be. -2, not quite. So it's -2.00, just past that, all the way up to and including 0. And this is the set notation that you may be familiar with already. -2 less than x less than or equal to 0. This is called a compound inequality. So I'm not sure if you've seen that before, and we'll be working with that more later. That's it for this sheet.